So here's my Photoshop folder with all my apps, and I'm going ahead and opening up Lightroom. So a couple things, when you take a look at the top left, here's my library. This would be my, my profile of things that I have particularly saved. And then also here is what I want you to get into is some of the tutorials. The tutorials are really going to help you kind of navigate and figure out what and how Lightroom works. So you're basically, going to kind of follow along with the tutorial. So if you go to enhancing the color and contrast while photographing a white dog, hey everybody, a white dog or a black dog is a really tricky thing to photograph. So you can actually get some tutorial enhancements and help with this particular issue. So if you go to start tutorial here, you're loading everything. This is a pre-done photo for you. It will basically show you the different things that it wants you to do. It's really cool, step by step. So open up the light panel, you click on the light panel. It's going to show that the overall darkness, you want to decrease the exposure, and you kind of go to the point. You're upping the contrast all the way till you meet that dot. You're bringing down your highlights until you meet up with that particular dot, and it kind of lights up for you. And then it's talking about your white balance and controls, just like your black point below. Black point is going to be brought up. So it's basically showing you. But the main thing behind these tutorials is to actually learn from the tutorial. Some of the tutorials might get into advanced stuff like playing around with the tone curve. We're going to talk about this later on in class, but hey, go for it. Play around with it, see what it does to your photos. When we get to using the tone curve a little bit more and watching a video on it, then you'll understand what's actually happening here. But again, you're just kind of following the points. You are learning from what you have are working on. So again, it goes through, there's 14 steps for this particular one. Pretty nice how it tells you, step by step what you're doing and what you're trying to control. And, again, why you are controlling it. It gives you a whole explanation in the blue bar of why you are doing the certain things that you are doing. And remember, don't just go through the motions. Really absorb this, figure out why you are doing the things that you are particularly doing. Once you are done with your tutorial, I love a good vignette. Once you are done with the tutorial, it's going to talk about details here, masking, again, we'll be talking about this stuff later. All right, congrats. Looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to give it a good review. And here I hit done. Okay, now what I want you to do to prove that you have completed your tutorials, I want you to take a screen cap, all right, of your tutorial, crop it to just the tutorial that you did. I don't want to see anything else on there. Then what I want you to do is, with some sort of color here on your